The goods from the wood.
Go!
Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley, and today we've got for you a great bonus episode. And this, you could probably tell by the title, is going to be all about the World Cup. But since I don't know anything about soccer, as you'll see, I'm going to give our friend Dr. Pat a call so he can explain what's about to happen.
Hello.
Hey, Dr. Pat. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. So we've got a special bonus episode for the folks today. That's exciting.
Yeah, indeed, it is exciting, and it's an exciting time every 4 years that Rivers doesn't seem to understand.
So today begins a major event for pretty much everyone in the world except for me and Mr. Goodnight, and today is the opening day of the World Cup.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm here in beautiful Palm Desert, California, which is pretty far away from Moscow. But yeah, it's the most followed sporting event outside of the Olympics. And we have some predictions that are both well-informed and not particularly well-informed.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. We got our friend Sam Harter, who you guys heard on Tuesday with our overeating episode. We love Sam so much. We brought him back in the studio to bring in another expert for World Cup predictions, a guy who also
an expert we have to put in scare quotes because he also knows nothing of soccer, but at least he's a little bit more reverent to the beautiful game than some people we know. Wink, wink.
I gotta heal it up all over the world.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it can't all be pro wrestling or whatever the hell
football.
Rivers is. Yeah, I know. If Auburn was in the World Cup, then Rivers would be all about it. He'd be looking forward to Cadillac Williams and Bo Jackson tearing it up on the pitch.
Yeah. Soccer fans shouldn't be offended because my attention span for sporting extends to pro wrestling, Auburn football, and whatever Dodgers game I happen to be in attendance for.
And to be honest, there's about 5.5 billion people that don't agree with your assessment or a lot of our assessment of what real football is. So,
yeah, of course. Although I forgot what comedian made this point, but soccer really should be called feetball technically because they use both feet.
Or head ball or anything but arms ball.
Right.
To be frank. But yeah, so we have our predictions. Goodnight, Rivers, Sam Harter don't know much about the beautiful game, but I do. So that means that my predictions, at first I was going to say, hey, if you're into sports betting, line them up, put them on one of the sports betting sites that are now legal in the United States. But the problem is that since I'm a quote unquote expert, the conceit is that these guys will probably have better picks than me. So therefore, take what I have to say with a grain of salt. Yeah. I wrap it up with a little pizzazz, but yeah, I'll probably be wrong.
As long as I do better than the octopus, I'm happy.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know who the octopus is picking this year. It's always up in the air. I mean, he is a very intelligent yet ill-informed arthropod, but he probably is going to do better than me too. So
we'll have to see. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let's roll into this episode right now. This is the Goods from the Woods World Cup prediction bonus episode, and it starts right now.
Hell yeah, go Iran!
So, as of this recording, we got the World Cup, of soccer. I almost said the World Series. This is how I don't know anything about soccer. I can literally name two soccer players, David Beckham and Pele, and only because one of them has a wrestling move named after them and the other one has a soccer team here in LA.
Pele was the only one that was cool.
Pele's cool, but he's no George Best when it comes to coolness. But these two fellas don't know much about soccer at all.
I've played it. I
played it when I was 4.
I don't know nothing about it. I just know Pele.
I myself am
You can't use your hands.
I myself am a huge soccer fan and will be watching the World Cup from beginning to end as much as I can, even though it's being held in Russia, so it's tough to actually watch the games live.
Wait, it's held in Russia this year?
Yes.
How is that?
There's
How
a
are
controversy over that.
Not really, because I think there was, but there always is a controversy over who ends up getting the World Cup because there's like corruption involved in every case of whoever gets the World Cup.
And they don't just have it be Italy every year. Because it had a cute dog mascot, didn't it, when it was Italy?
Yeah, it did. But so what we're going to do is that a lot of people don't know about the World Cup.
Yeah.
And people are going to be talking about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the Goods from the Woods prediction segment where Sam Harter, our guest, Rivers, and Mr. Goodnight, and I will predict the World Cup. The thing is that I'm the only one that actually follows soccer.
3/4 of us have no idea what's going on.
But you don't need to know because there was an octopus in Germany or something, and he used to pick the World Cup every year and get it right.
Yeah. So what I've provided them information-wise is this was Rivers requested the 3 most badass names on each team.
Yeah, because this is sort of how I this is much in the way that you pick horses for the Kentucky Derby. Much in the way that you would maybe predict for football betting. You just find people with like cool names.
But also I also provided the nickname for each of the teams. So
I didn't even know the teams had nicknames.
They do, and I provided the nickname.
I just thought all the teams were named like Emirates and they were just named after corporations.
No, they're the sponsors, and these are the club teams.
Oh,
these are
okay.
the national teams that don't have. So this is these guys.
When I say I don't know anything, here's what I know. I know that British guys walk around with the word Emirates on striped green jerseys.
Oh, you mean that's not an airline thing?
It is, but I thought the teams were named after the airline.
No.
It's like the
World Cup. They're all national teams.
So it's like the Olympics?
Yeah, of soccer.
All right, everybody.
That looks so bummed out right now.
The funniest part is I know for a fact we've got listeners in the UK who are just screaming at their radios. I don't know jack shit about this sport.
So what?
It's a beautiful sport. I respect your culture.
They're probably pissed for
can I
calling
get
it
a
soccer
piece of
too.
paper?
Yeah, we're calling it soccer.
Because that's its name.
So there's 8 round robin groups. So what you all have to do is pick your picks of the first place team and the second place team. And then they advance on in the tournament, which is a single elimination tournament. So we are going to do the picks. These guys know nothing about soccer. So in the first round, and this is going to be an interesting one because a lot of perennial teams that are in the World Cup are not in this year. So Italy did not qualify.
So Italy, that was my prediction.
Italy did not qualify. The Netherlands didn't qualify. Chile didn't qualify, and the United States didn't qualify.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The U.S.?
None of the good countries are in it this year. Wait a minute, is Ireland in it?
Ireland's not in it. No.
None of the good countries are in it this year.
There are a lot of
Brazil?
of great, Brazil is in it.
Okay,
yeah.
I know they're good. I know they're good.
So
Maybe is Mexico up in it?
Mexico is indeed
All right.
up in it.
Well, we're cheering for Mexico because they're closest to us.
All right. So the gimmick of it is that these 3 guys don't know. I know. And what each group we're going to pick is the teams that are going to finish first and second in each group, and then we will figure out the single elimination tournament from there. Yeah, so Rivers, most obnoxious about his ignorance about soccer. What is your pick for the top 2 in Group A?
Okay, so who do we got in Group A?
Russia?
I think Russia might be the pick here because there's probably biased officiating in Russia, right? Because when they used to have the Olympics there, the officiating was biased.
I was going to go ahead and say Russia is the team I don't want to win, but I
probably will,
I have a feeling they will based on where they're having
Group A is Russia, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt.
Okay.
So Rivers, who are your pick for the top 2 in Group A?
God, out of that group, I guess I'm going Uruguay just because it's South America, which is kind of like America.
So they're first in the group?
They're going to win the whole thing.
No, I'm
Just number the.
You have to pick 2 teams. 2 teams from this group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
you just pick the team that's going to finish first in Group A and the team that finishes first in Group B. And that finishes first in Group A and second in Group A.
Oh, okay. Then first and second, I'm going to go. First is Uruguay. Second is Egypt.
All right.
They got They got strong arms from lifting all that limestone into a pyramid shape.
Hey, the Pharaohs, man.
That was a long time ago.
Sam, what are your picks?
I'm gonna go with Russia and Egypt because Egypt, they got strong legs from protesting that government all the time.
So Russia first, Egypt second. Good night.
Well, Russia because it's probably crooked.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, Pat. How is the Saudi team?
The longest shots of winning.
How is the Egyptian team?
Pretty good.
But everybody's picking Egypt. That was what I was going to pick anyway, though. Is Egypt better than Uruguay, would you say?
Well, I'm not going to give you any more information because I have my picks.
Okay. Well, I was just, but you're the guy who knows the team, so you're like my No, when I go to the racetrack, I always take the picks that the guy who's the handicapper makes and make my pick fours off of his. Because he always cuts out the bull. So, all right, I'll go with Russia and Egypt.
Okay, Russia and Egypt.
Sorry to do the same thing there.
I mean, it's the smart choice, I think. As two guys who know nothing, those sound like good.
So actually, Uruguay is the one that's ranked the highest in the FIFA rankings and the
I won.
Yellow rankings. However, I am going to go first in the group. I'm going with Egypt to finish first. Mo Salah is a fantastic player. He's probably the best performing player in the world today. So I'm taking Egypt first. I'm taking Russia second.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that Uruguay is going to be one of the underperforming teams.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Egypt and Russia 1-2 in Group A.
Can Pat go first from now on and I can just take his?
Yeah.
No, but that's the fun of it is that y'all are going to...
Seeing how wrong we are.
Yeah, no, you all are going to probably finish better than me.
I'm good at sports betting, I think. I just need a little inside info.
Okay. Group B, Iran, Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. Rivers, what are you picking?
So you've got written down next to all of these the nicknames of the teams. So I wanted to say that apparently Portugal's nickname is the Navigators, which I assume is a reference to Prince Henry. Is he the of Portugal?
Yeah. Portuguese were big in maritime history.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They were the
the captains of the Nina and Pinta were two Portuguese brothers, the Pinzon.
Right. Spain's nickname is the Red Fury, and Iran's nickname is the Princes of Persia, and then Morocco is the Atlas Lions. So of all of those, I'm going Spain. I'm going the Red Fury because I happen to know they. I do know one other additional thing about soccer because of the last time I was forced into a party situation where everyone was watching the fucking World Cup. Is that I believe Spain won the last time, right?
They did not win the last one, but they won recently.
They won the one before last, though.
Yeah. So
okay, that's what it was.
the
2011
the
or something.
defending champions is Germany. So
okay, all right.
So you have Spain one, and who do you have second in that group?
Okay, so I'm going Spain, and then I'm going to go with I'm going Morocco.
Morocco.
Morocco and Spain, just because they're right next to each other. So,
Sam Harter.
I'm gonna go Spain and Portugal. But can I ask, is the Iran the Prince of Persia nickname based off that video game?
Yes.
What a bunch of fucking losers.
That's the best thing they could come up with. I guess the Ayatollahs wasn't a good team name.
Well, their real name is the Team.
Which is also shitty.
Yeah, but they decided to go for something jazzier.
I figured they'd be like the band.
Or the Casbah Rockers.
Yeah. So
in Morocco or Tunisia.
Yeah. So Goodnight, what's your picks?
Iron Sheik said Iran number one, and so did Mr. Goodnight. So I'm going to go with Iran and Spain.
Iran number
Spain.
one.
I'm going to go with. I'm actually going with Spain to finish first. They're a really good, solid team. They were exited early in the previous World Cup, but they have new coaches and new players, and they're going to be really strong. I am kind of torn. The consensus says Portugal. Iran is actually an underrated team, and I think that they actually could be dark horses to take second in this group. But I'm just going to go with Portugal just for because they have Cristiano Ronaldo and all those players. But they are old, and they have a weak defense.
They're old.
Yeah, they're one of the oldest teams in the whole thing. And they have a weak defense, but I'm going to go with Portugal just to be safe.
They're all old. Francisco Franco rose from the dead to play goalie for this team.
For Portugal? Why would he play Portugal?
I thought you said Spain was
Franco's
old.
still dead, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Group C.
This is how little my attention span. I thought we were still talking about Spain for soccer.
I think about Franco all the time. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
All right, so Group C, we have France, Australia, the Socceroos. We have Denmark.
Dunkaroos. Fuck you.
we have Denmark and we have Portugal and we have Peru. My mistake. So we have France, Australia, Denmark, Peru, Group C. Rivers, who you got?
All right. Well, there's a little thing about Australia that I learned this week, and that's that they call peppers capsicums. Did you know that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Capsicums. No, I like Australia. I like the way they talk. So I'm going Australia.
But do you know anything about their team, Rivers?
No, I don't know. I don't know how to play soccer.
The tourists, they never come by and like, our team's gonna go real good in the World Cup, mate. That's just a tip.
Well, now they're always talking about Australian rules football.
All right, so
And they always talk about getting a fat coke out of the isky.
Aussie rules footy.
Yeah. So they're all about. It's funny because they kind of don't give a shit about soccer as like not to the degree that America doesn't give a shit about soccer, but like they're more like, oh, we're all about rugby and football.
But you have the Socceroos finishing first in Group C. Who do you have second?
I don't know. I like Hamlet a lot, so I guess I'm going Denmark.
Denmark.
Hamlet.
All right.
Yeah, but doesn't Norway beat them at the end of it?
Oh yeah. Wait, who's Fortinbras playing for right now?
All right, but it's locked in. You got Australia and Denmark. Sam Harter.
I'm going to go France and Denmark.
France and Denmark. Goodnight. Who you got?
Frogtown, and what were the other ones?
Denmark, Peru,
Australia.
and Australia.
And y'all can't tell me anything about, and you got no inside stuff, Revers. Pat's too smart to.
I definitely don't. I don't know. I'm picking mine based on literature.
I like your predictions, brother, but I don't want to keep stealing his stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to. I'll say Frogtown, and I'll go with the Dunkaroos. Why not?
The Dunkaroos.
Those, by the way, talking about things pig out on. Remember Dunkaroos?
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I am going with France first. We might have if it wasn't for Rivers, we'd have a clean sweep. France, fantastic team, a lot of great talent, a lot of great young talent, and Peru. I'd take Peru to go second.
The Incas.
This is their first time in the World Cup since '82, but they have a really strong team.
I see here they have a man on their team named Andy Polo.
Andy Polo,
Which sounds like the villain in an 80s sex comedy.
Yeah. So we have Group D. We have Argentina, Nigeria, Iceland, and Croatia. Rivers, who you got?
So I see here that Nigeria's nickname is the Super Eagles. That sounds badass. So War Damn Eagle to the nation of Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Going number one. Also, they have a guy on their team named William Troost Ekong, which sounds like an app. It sounds like 3 apps, actually. So I'm going with Nigeria number one. Number two, I'm going to go from one of the hottest damn countries in the world to one of the coldest, Iceland.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sam Harter, who you got?
Argentina and Croatia.
Argentina and Croatia. Okay.
Also, I should say Iceland has a guy named Horror Björgvin Magnusson. So
Is Freddie Fortnagagan still on the team?
no, but Olafur Ingen Skalsken is, and so is
You're possessed by the devil.
my
Good night. Who do you
My
have?
head starts spinning around when I speak Icelandic.
You know what they say? They say, "Gol Argentino."
And there's another player called Gilfert Sirgunsson.
I want Argentina. And what are the other teams again, Rip?
Nigeria, Croatia, and Iceland.
I'll go with Nigeria.
I pick Argentina to finish first.
That's a big soccer country.
Yeah, it is, and this is their last. I think this is their going to be their last run for a while.
They're going to dissolve as a country.
Well, no, because Lionel Messi, who's probably one of the best players in the world, is. I think this is going to be his last World Cup. So they're going to finish first, and then I'm actually going to go with Iceland to finish second. It's going to be a tight group between Nigeria and Croatia, who are both really good teams. But Nigeria, I think they have a lot of really good young talent, but I don't think their coaching situation is a bit off. Croatia underperforms usually in these tournaments, so I'm going to go with Iceland.
Croatia's got a cool ass flag though.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Ever seen that flag?
No, what is their flag?
It's like red and white checkers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, so it's like a gingham tablecloth.
But yeah, no, Iceland.
You can just have a picnic right there. It's like, hey, come on down to
Yeah.
Croatia, y'all.
And-
Bring a picnic
Sorry
basket.
for eating on y'all's flag, but
But y'all's flag, I'm sorry, y'all's flag made me hungry because it looks like one of them boats they put fried chicken in.
Iceland, they've been playing really crappy, but Gylfi Sigurdsson, who is their
Yeah.
Gylfi Sigurdsson's a world class player, and their team really much revolves around him. He's recovering from a knee injury, but he's going to play really well. And I think Iceland is going to pull the upset and finish second in Group D. So Group E, who do we have?
Okay, so this one is going to be interesting. Brazil. We've got Brazil, you got Switzerland, you got Costa Rica, and you got Serbia. So now I'm at an impasse because Serbia has claimed the nickname of the Eagles. So I guess because Costa Rica's nickname is La Muerte.
See, that seems like a bad omen.
No,
that's their nickname.
No.
Badass name for a team, though.
That's a badass name. And also, considering their history, Serbia really missed an opportunity to call themselves the Silent Killers. The Gavrila Princip.
The Assassins.
The Black Hand. Yeah. Why are they called the Black Hand? Like Gavrila Princip and shit starting World War I over there, motherfuckers.
Well, if the teams could take historical names, I mean, Germany could have a few real funny ones.
Problematic names.
Yeah. So, all right. So my history with the great nation of Brazil, my aunt used to live there. My cousins Kenny and Duncan grew up there. So we got a little Langley history in Brazil. I'm going Brazil.
Brazil won.
How were they at soccer, Rivers?
They won the World Cup.
No, your cousins.
Oh, great. They're way more athletic than I am. Shout out to Duncan and Kenny out there listening.
So we got Brazil finishing first in that group.
Brazil, I'm predicting Brazil to take the whole thing because I just know they're good at soccer over there. And then I'm going La Muerte.
Costa Rica. Going with the Ticos.
Dude, La Muerte.
Yeah.
That's the most badass name I've ever heard.
Sam Harter, who we got?
Well, a lot of these I've just been looking at the players' nicknames and the teams that have the most players with just a single name nickname.
Yeah.
And this one has 3 of those. So I got to take Brazil.
Most of the team.
Oh, please read the Brazil nicknames because they're great.
Well, the first guy is Fred.
Yeah.
Just Fred.
Can't cheer against Fred.
You know, like your friend Fred.
They had a player named Washington for a long time. I mean, they had a player named Hulk. Like they're one of their strikers was named Hulk because he was called Hulk because he looked like Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
You don't want that guy running down the soccer pitch at you.
Get him angry no matter what you do.
This other guy is named Cassio.
Yep.
And then the third one,
Keyboards, I think.
the third one, Doo-Doo, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a guy named Doodoo.
So you got Brazil first.
And then I'm going to go with Switzerland.
Switzerland. All right.
It's a neutral choice. I'll go with what is in here again? Brazil, right? Because that's where Pele's from. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, one of my players is that I know is from Brazil. So Brazil, Switzerland,
He's
and Costa
going by
Rica.
Fred these days.
You got Switzerland, Costa Rica, or Serbia.
Shit. Switzerland has people from Germany, Italy, and France, right? And those are all countries that are good at soccer, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And then there's the Blue Death. I'll go with the Death guys.
All right, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I myself am going to go with Brazil 1. You can't bet against Brazil. This is actually, it was a tough pick between Switzerland, who has a lot of really great players, Granit Xhaka and Xherdan Shaqiri, a bunch of players that are really good.
What was that first one?
Who did I play?
Oh,
Granit Xhaka.
Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, because they had a lot of. Well, one of the things that's interesting is that a lot of people that were from Yugoslavia moved to Switzerland during the Balkan Wars.
Okay.
So most of Switzerland's team, a lot of Switzerland's team are like Yugoslavians.
Okay.
So it's believable that Doodoo might be from France or
but they're really good. But I'm actually going to go with Costa Rica. They're playing really strong. They actually were the shocking team last year.
Okay.
And most of the players that were there that year are returning. And yeah, they are coming out really strong in qualifying. So I'm going to take Costa Rica to finish second.
Okay.
Group F, we have Germany, Mexico, South Korea, and Sweden.
So in lieu of the United States being here, I gotta go with our nearest neighbor that's in the contest. That would be El Tri, the tricolor, Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico first.
Mexico number 1, and then of course
another bad name for a team. Bad nickname, the Tri. Like they're the only country that's got 3 colors on their flag.
Their flag to me just looks like Italy.
Why didn't they say the eagle that eats a snake?
Yeah, the snake-eating eagle. That's way more badass. Yeah, no, and then I guess I got to go Germany because I've been to Germany.
Okay.
These are the two. Actually, I'm really basing this on of these countries. I've been to 2 of them. And those are Germany and Mexico. So we're going Mexico and we're going Germany.
Sam Harter.
I like Germany because they won last time.
They won last time,
and I know that.
I just got to root for my closest neighbor. You know?
Yeah, and I understand because Mexico is good at soccer.
Fucking A.
Traditionally, I don't know about World Cup winning good, but
So you're gonna go with Mexico?
No, I don't know because also I remember playing FIFA once, the video game. And Sweden had a pretty hot team, I think. Maybe it was FIFA 98 or something, but
controversy with the Mexican officiating in FIFA or something.
Probably.
In the video game?
No, like in real life, wasn't there?
That's like the 5th level of the video game. It's like a boardroom meeting.
But also, it feels racist to pick Germany and Sweden in this group.
It just wouldn't be right.
No, because there's also South Korea, which has a nickname, the Supreme Ultimate Tigers.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
badass.
should be a wrestler.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Mexico.
Mexico. Good night.
Well, the Krauts, I think, are the defending champions, so I'm going with them first. And then I'll go with Mexico. I'd like to pick them, but we're going with who we think going to win here. That's why one reason I picked the damn Russians.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Germany first, and I'm going to go with Mexico second. Mexico really. There's been a lot of people questioning Mexico. There's a lot of injuries on Mexico, but I think it's tough to pick against them because they have really great players. South Korea might be another team to watch because they have a lot of really great players. Son, who plays club for Tottenham Hotspur, had a fantastic season. But
I mean, they got a guy named Sun and a guy named Moon, so they got everything.
Yeah, so but I think Sweden's gonna underperform, but I'm gonna go with Germany and Mexico.
Okay, all right.
Group G, we have Belgium, Tunisia, Panama, and England.
Okay. So I've got very specific reasons for choosing these 2, and that's that I like there are 2 songs that I love in 2 very distinct genres. One is, of course, Dizzy Gillespie did a song called "A Night in Tunisia." I think they filmed the Tatooine scenes of the first Star Wars there. So I'm going with Tunisia number 1.
Okay.
And then, as we just referenced, the song Panama off of Van Halen's amazing album 1984 it's not about, I think it's about a stripper, not the country Panama, but still, yeah, I'm going to go Panama and Tunisia because I like music.
As good a rationale as any. Sam Harter.
I'm going to go England because I think if you're not good at soccer in England, they make you get the fuck out. Last I heard.
England won.
Yeah, and then I'm also going to go with Belgium because they got a cool name. The Red Devils. That's like the devil, right?
Dude, everyone's the damn Eagles,
Regular
though.
devil.
Yeah.
They're like the girls that, like, they get together and they don't wear, they don't talk about what they're going to wear to the parties. They all wear the same thing. These countries going to get together and X what names they're going to use.
I was going to say, this is Tunisia's the Eagles of Carthage.
Also, Panama.
The Romans destroyed the eagles and salted their nest.
The canalmen for Panama.
What? No.
Well, what else is in Panama?
Well,
really?
all right. In fairness, it's the canalmen in English, but the canaleros is what it is in Spanish. So canaleros sounds pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
So, what are your picks? Good night, first and second.
England and Tunisia.
Okay,
Because it's a mixture of Hollywood and the Bible.
England, Tunisia. I am going to go with Belgium winning Group G. This is their year. Got a lot of really great players, and then
you mean Thorgan Hazard?
Thorgan Hazard, and the real
he was visiting on like the last seasons with Coy and Vance and the Dukes of Hazard.
Do they call him Thor?
Oh, hi! This is our friend. This is our friend from Norway, Thorgan.
He runs fine Belgian moonshine on the Ottawa.
Actually, the Hazard to watch is Aiden Hazard, who is the a forward for that team. Really great player.
Axel Witzel.
Axel Witzel's a great player.
Axel Witzel's.
The one problem is that Vincent Company is actually hurt.
Axel Witzel escaped from the video game streets.
There's some great players. There's some great players on. It's just some really solid badass names for Belgium. Romelu Lukaku.
Wow. Yeah.
Vincent Company, who's hurt, who's kind of their stalwart on defense. That's going to be a red flag for them. He's hurt. He can't make the tournament. But Turby Anderweeld and Jan Vertonghen are still playing. Really great.
Bad boys.
And they have Kevin De Bruyne, who's probably one of the best young players in soccer. So I'm going to pick Belgium to win. It's England. I'm going to go with England.
There's a man on England's team named Ruben Cheek.
Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah,
which really sounds like a jazz musician.
One of the things is that it's tough to pick England because they underperform in these tournaments.
I do remember someone saying that.
Yeah, they always do. I'm gonna
10 years ago when I saw this the last time.
I'm gonna kind of pick England because they have some decent players, but I could very easily see them kind of underperforming and Tunisia taking second.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Tunisia. Group H, the final group, we got Poland, Senegal, Japan, and Colombia. Rivers Langley.
Okay, so here's my rationale. Colombia is Colombia's nickname is the coffee growers.
Yeah.
Come on. Be the
coke traffickers.
I was going to say the Colombian neckties, motherfucker. We'll cut your throat out and pull your tongue out through it.
Is that like the Alabama bow tie?
No. The Colombian necktie is where you slit a man's throat and then pull the tongue out through the throat so it hangs down like a necktie.
Okay, yeah, that's not the Alabama bow tie.
That's some Pablo Escobar shit. Yeah, be the Escobars. Be something intimidating. The coffee growers. Go fuck yourself. Although, once again, the translation into Espanol makes it sound way cooler, like the Canaleros. This one is Los Cafeteros. So
Cafeterios?
Yeah, Los Cafeteros, the coffee guys. I'm the coffee man. Making coffee. Yeah, Colombia. Mr. Coco making coffee.
So what you got?
So all right, and then the other one's Japan. Japan's fucking cool. I don't know. Let's see.
Anime.
But they do have a guy named Genki Harugachi, and they got a guy named Shinzi Okazaki. So I don't know. It just sounds cooler. So I'm going Japan number 1.
Okay.
Because Japan rules. And I guess I'm going for Los Cafeteros. Colombia.
Interesting pick for first. Sam Harter.
Where is Senegal?
Senegal's in Africa.
It's in West Africa.
I'm not going to go with them, seeing as I just heard about this country for the first time 10 seconds ago. I'm going to go with Colombia and Poland.
Okay, Colombia and...
Because I don't know if I've picked a team with the nickname the Eagles yet, but Poland also has
Poland's
that.
also the Eagles? Come on.
Goodnight, what do you got between Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan?
Senegal all the way, and Colombia.
Okay, Senegal and Colombia. I am going to go with Colombia 1. They're a really dynamic offensive team. And I'm going to go with Senegal second. Senegal has a weak defense, but they probably have one of the best high-power offenses in the entire slate of teams. And I think that Senegal could really run up the score and be the most fun team to watch.
Soccer is when you take two mobs and you have them kick around a ball, and when one of them gets into a net, somebody holds up a piece of paper with a color up on it.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
I don't even understand enough about the sport to understand what's even happening.
The rules are all in colors so that there's no words in it, so they can play it in like Turkey and places like that.
The yellow and red card, I believe he's referring to, which is if you get a foul, and it's not that. If it's a minor foul, you get a yellow. But if you get like multiple yellows or commit a major foul, it's a red, and you get ejected from the game.
What do they get fouled for, though? Because it's
too much contact.
Ball, right?
But I think sometimes they say the player went for the player instead of the ball, like they were trying to
targeting.
Yeah,
and they foul people for this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just dudes in man buns pretending to be hurt.
Well, soccer is
not unlike pro wrestling.
To me, soccer is a lot like basketball, where there's a lot of incidental contact. So there's a lot of debate for whether or not something you did is a foul or not. It's really up to the refs.
You
and
just get crazy and those hands go in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll fish hook you. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like something they would do.
So based on the group play that we went over last section of it, we have single elimination tournaments. So it's the top 2 teams get slotted into a single elimination tournament, and the last team to survive is the winner of the World Cup.
Oh, so we just the first thing.
The first is qualifying, right? So the first time we had qualifying, right? So we have the tournament now.
Okay.
There's 2 different phases.
It's like
to
a
the World
semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, God.
You know those wrestling matches where they had 2 rings and there's a battle royal in both?
Yeah. War game. This is the War Games we just finished, and now it's
match beyond.
Now it's the match beyond.
So we picked our people, and now we are going to figure out who is going to win. So in the first rounds, Rivers, you're going to have to pick between 1 of 2 teams to advance to the next round. Uruguay versus Morocco.
Oh, I don't know. Everybody's dog meat. Brazil's gonna just kick ass.
It's funny how much Rivers hates this.
I hate soccer. I'm
hates
sorry.
this so fucking
I've been
much.
pretending this whole time.
You get into sports betting?
Yeah.
Morocco.
All right.
All of these are just based on
Australia versus Iceland.
These are. I'm just picking now. Whatever Pat raised me, whichever country I say is one I'd like to visit more. So hit me again.
Australia versus Iceland.
Australia.
Brazil versus Germany.
Oh, fuck, that's hard because I would be interested in seeing both. I've been to Germany, so I'm going Brazil.
Tunisia versus Colombia.
Shit, I want to see the original Star Wars set, which is apparently still there. So I want to go with Tunisia.
Okay, we have...
So I can see Lars's moisture farm.
Spain versus Egypt.
Egypt. Always wanted to see those pyramids.
All right, Nigeria versus Denmark.
Oh shit.
Something you think about every day.
Yeah, well, I know that in Lagos is where Wings recorded their classic album "Band on the Run." So I'm going Nigeria just to be. We're just that Paul McCartney connection.
Oh yeah, Mexico versus Costa Rica.
Well, they're right next to each other. I'm gonna go Mexico because
right next to each other.
Well, because where we're sitting, this is Los Angeles. This used to be Mexico. Damn it!
Remember that episode of The Simpsons, Mexico versus Portugal?
Japan versus Panama.
Oh, Japan.
All right. So the next round we have Morocco versus Australia. Rivers.
Australia.
Brazil versus Tunisia.
Brazil.
All right.
This is really just selecting where I want to go in the
Egypt
world.
versus Nigeria.
Egypt.
All right. We got Egypt and Mexico versus Japan.
Let's go Japan.
All right. Australia versus Brazil. I imagine you're picking Brazil. Yeah. And then Japan versus Egypt.
I'm going to go Japan.
Okay, and Brazil winning.
And Brazil wins.
I like how Rivers has picked in the semifinals the 2 worst teams in the tournament to advance.
Brazil's bad?
No, Japan and Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you know, an interesting place breeds bad soccer.
Maybe they'll have a good run.
All right. So we have...
Italy's an interesting place, and they're real good at it.
Well, they're not in the World Cup.
Yeah, but see, that's because it's bogus this year. Because it should be in Italy every year.
Well, that's what I say about these 2 places.
We have, and this is the kind of bracket that I wanted to see from Rivers Langley. That's Sam Harter, Russia versus Portugal.
Portugal.
France versus Croatia.
France.
All right. Brazil versus Mexico.
Brazil.
And England versus Poland.
I'm going to go Poland to pull the upset.
Nice. Spain versus Egypt.
That's tough. Gonna go Egypt though.
Okay. We got Argentina and Denmark.
Argentina.
We have Germany versus Switzerland.
Germany.
All right. And then we have Colombia versus Belgium.
Colombia.
All right. So Portugal versus France. Sam Harter.
France.
Yeah, right. We have Brazil versus Poland.
Brazil.
All right. We have Egypt versus Argentina.
I'm going to go Argentina on this one.
All right. And then Germany versus Colombia.
Germany, just because, you know, what they did last time.
Is that a World War II thing or a World Cup thing?
Whatever you want it to be.
Well, one of them they lost last time. We're talking about World War.
Yeah, but
They're 0 for 2.
Fill in your own reference.
They had a strong start, though.
They have a strong start every time, but they always lose.
France versus Brazil.
Ooh, I'm going to give it to France.
All right.
They finished strong, France.
And then Argentina versus Germany.
I'm going to think Argentina.
All right. And then, Sam, what you got? France or Argentina?
Argentina. I think Argentina is going to take the whole thing based off my just making up all of this now.
Actually,
Argentina's a hardcore soccer.
the crazy thing is that Sam's picks are pretty solid.
Yeah.
I would actually look at that and be like, okay, that makes sense. It's kind of good. So good night. Russia versus Egypt.
Okay, I hate to say it, but I think Russia going to win just because that's biased.
The money.
All right, Russia.
Money and
I, for one, love doing tournaments like this, Pat, no matter what they're
France
about,
versus Nigeria.
France.
All right. Brazil versus Belgium.
Brazil.
Belgium versus Colombia.
How did Belgium do last time?
They did okay.
How did Colombia do?
They did okay. Underperformed.
So these are like a middling European team and a middling Latin American team?
They're very quite good.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is like kind of
way, I guess.
50-50 on this one.
Well, I hate to do Europe the whole way, but Belgium seems like it might be good this year.
All right.
It is after all where Waterloo is.
Iran versus Egypt.
Iran.
All right. Going with Iran being number one. Argentina versus Australia.
Argentina.
All right. We have Germany versus Costa Rica.
Germany.
All right. And then we have Senegal versus Tunisia.
Senegal.
All right. So we got Russia versus France.
Russia.
Brazil versus Belgium.
Brazil.
All right. And then we have Iran versus Argentina.
Argentina.
Okay. And then we have Germany versus Senegal.
Sorry, Senegal. Germany.
All right.
I liked Senegal, though.
Russia versus Brazil.
That's what it all comes down to, isn't it?
this is where it gets tough.
This is where it gets tough.
Yeah, because there's
Especially when you do not know anything about soccer.
I like to go with who I think's going to win, though, not with who I like. And something. I think y'all did have good picks, by the way. I like some of yours better than mine. My loyalty to Senegal and Iran, strange though it may be.
How far do you think this Russian bribe money is going to take them, though?
Well, here's the thing. European countries always seem to do disproportionately well. And much as I would love to see a Muslim country win and all those Europeans hit the roof, I don't think it's going to happen. Brazil is going to take it to the corrupt Russians at this point.
All right. And then Argentina versus Germany.
Well, did all the German players go over to Argentina after the war? Argentina, Germany. I'm going to go with Germany.
All right. Germany and then Germany versus Brazil.
Germany.
All
That's
right.
a tough decision.
I like how we're picking all different people.
Were mine solid?
I think so.
Okay, I just want to know that mine was solid.
All right,
just my sports betting.
Just to go through quickly on mine, I'm picking Egypt to beat Iran. I'm picking France to beat Iceland,
AKA Israel.
Because it is ISL, like that's their logo, so it's kind of like cognitive dissonance. So I'm picking France to beat Iceland. I'm picking Brazil to beat Mexico.
I like that you put the actual initials ISL and not ICE.
Yeah,
we would all think maybe the natural.
And I'm going to pick Belgium versus Senegal is going to be a fun match, but I'm going to pick Belgium.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Spain to beat Russia. I am picking Argentina to beat Peru, but that'll be a hell of a matchup. I'm picking Germany to beat Costa Rica, and I'm picking Colombia to beat England. Next round, I'm picking France to beat Egypt. I am picking Brazil to beat Belgium. Spain versus Argentina. That's tough. I'm picking Argentina. And then I am going to pick Germany over Colombia. I am picking France versus Brazil.
After the three of us did this with Pat, it's really funny to listen to him do it with himself.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to pick the dark horse. I'm picking France to beat Brazil.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick Germany to beat Argentina. It's going to be France.
It's coming down to the Franco-Prussian War Part 2.
And the Germans destroyed in that one, man. They really did.
Yeah.
I am going to pick Germany to win it all.
We're doing
They're
it.
gonna repeat.
Zwei.
Isn't it very rare that a World Cup team repeats, though?
That is true. Germany, I think they're too tough. I think that they're a really balanced team and they have good coaching. France has a lot of really great talent, but I think that Germany is going to edge them out. And but it's going to be a hell of a ride. So yeah, the World Cup guys.
All right.
So in the first, Rivers managed to pick Brazil, but a lot of his teams are going to be some of the worst teams in the tournament, which means who knows? He might actually win this whole thing. I'm picking Germany, France versus Germany, and then Sam Harter's got Argentina in a very solid bracket for somebody that knows absolutely nothing about soccer or proclaims to. And then Goodnight picking
I'm
Germany
not lying.
alongside me. Deep Russian run. But
European countries seem like always do good.
But I do like the fact that you stick strong with Iran. And Iran's going to be a team that is going to catch a lot of people by
They
surprise.
are the Persian princes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this, when Persia hits Europe, look out Greece, man.
I like that
By the way.
all of this
Not
is,
in it.
all of my predictions are legitimately either based on like
Pro wrestling.
like with Iran.
Yeah, pro wrestling.
It's the Iron Sheik, so he's got the curly shoes. So I'm like, well, those are weighted boots, so those do real well in soccer games, and then or just like areas that I think would be cool to visit.
Well,
So
you have a little curl on the end of your boot. Doesn't that make it better kicks for the soccer ball?
that's what I mean. Yeah,
Sure, why not?
we'll see.
I mean, you know, it's just like it's funny because it's just like Goodnight's just like, yeah, Iron Sheik says Iran's number one. I'm going with Iran. I'm sitting there like, you know, they have really good coaching, really solid coaching. They didn't lose a game in qualifying, and they're bringing in a lot of the people in the diaspora. So yeah, so it's so we're gonna see. I'm probably going to lose this because I come in with the most quote unquote expertise, and in these things, expertise counts for jack shit.
my
In these tournaments.
my soccer brain is on the same level or maybe less than an octopus.
Yeah.
So
Octopuses are real good at this.
that's what
They're
I
smart,
mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
So enjoy the World Cup, everybody. If you have picks, go to the Twitter and share them with us.
we're at Twitter.
And we should have some stakes in this. The person,
Yeah,
that
I like
finishes-
the Omaha. I like the Omaha.
So, but what the person that finishes first? What do they get?
If Brazil wins,
Well, no, the picks turn out
I'll
well
take a
because
box of Little Debbie oatmeal cakes.
okay. The winner gets a box of Little Debbie oatmeal cakes.
Okay.
and I'm going to keep track of all the scoring on this.
Debbie of your choice, I would say, if you like a different one.
Winner gets Little Debbie's.
Okay.
What does the bottom finisher have to do?
They have to watch every game of the World Cup
no,
tournament.
I will literally do anything else than watch a game of soccer.
I don't know. We'll figure out something.
aspic. They need to hear tomato aspic.
Yeah, we'll make.
All right, I will make tomato aspic, and tomato aspic will probably be just Jello and ketchup.
Yeah, okay.
So I will make my special tomato aspic that will be
You have
eaten.
to put a dollop of mayo on top.
Sure. So I will make as best as I can, not knowing how to make aspic. I will make aspic with no recipe, and the loser will have to consume Pat's signature tomato
that's
aspic.
I'm glad my picks are solid.
Personal rivers,
knowing
but
this.
boy, I hope you lose. I don't want to eat that shit.
We'll
But it's
see.
the World Cup. Hit
Yeah.
us up if you're a World Cup follower. If you're not, what your predictions are, and we'll give you regular scoring updates to see who is destined
Yeah.
for the Little Debbies and who is destined to eat tomato
Tomato
aspic.
aspic. Yeah, so that's
In
our
quotes.
that's our little World Cup mini episode. Hope you enjoyed that this week. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/thegoodspod. We're on Twitter @thegoodspod. Every episode ever, youtube.com/thegoodspod. Sam, where can people find you on the internet, sir?
I have a Twitter account @SlamHarter. Just my name, but I added an L as the second letter.
HARTER. Right?
Yeah.
Slam Harter.
I'm also on Facebook. If you want to friend me on there, I'll like the comments from your dad and stuff. I don't know. That's I have a fucking website, but who cares?
All right.
So find Sam on the internet. And yeah, thanks for listening to this little bonus episode. Pat, tell them what they should do when they get to iTunes.
They should rate, review, and subscribe, and tell a friend, and watch the World Cup and partake in the beautiful global game that is soccer, because it shows the attitude of gratitude.
If you don't have the attitude of gratitude, fuck you. And also, I probably have great predictions too.
Yeah.
So go to the bank at your local betting place in Vegas or wherever with my prediction.
Yeah, red card if you don't do that.
Song of the week this week. I used to have this CD from this guy in Boston called Mamadou, who was from Senegal. And he had this song called Senegal.
Okay.
So this is Senegal by Mamadou.
We'll see you next week.
Senegal, my country. Sénégal sama réew Sénégal réewum teranga la mag ñu baax ñi ndeysaan ñaanal nanu mag ñi danoo juboo ci seen biir xale yi roy ci seeni tànk boo seetloo sama waay xam ne l'islam rek a woon kay añ kay reer xaaral ndogu boo bëggee gis lu mel ni loolu demal Sénégal Sénégal sama réew ma ne réewum teranga la alhamdulillah ndeysaan l'islam rek a wóor alhamdulillah man maa ngi sant yow rabana ndeysaan alhamdulillah ndeysaan sant yàlla war na ma Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew la Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew la Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew la Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal ma ne sama réew la Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal sama réew Sénégal ma ne sama réew la
The Goods from the Woods was mixed, edited, and distributed by me, Rivers Langley. You can find the show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by DJ Smiles. Check him out on Twitter at DJ Smiles.